Hey everyone, Sweaty Zeus, picking up where we left off. In our last video, we killed the general over here, so if you haven't done that, you may want to go back and watch that for tips on how to beat him. Basically, you're just going to have to work on your block and your timing as far as deflections, and then anytime you get the red symbol, you're going to need to jump. You can jump on his head, which will increase his posture damage and allow you to get a death blow, but also I'd recommend from the start knocking out his first death blow, so you only have to, kill him once during the actual fight. So now, as far as deaths from above, one thing you can do is lock on before you jump, and then kind of try to jump in the general direction, and then as you're falling, you'll get the red prompt, to which you can hit R1 and then do an instant kill. Shinobi death blow. Another option is trying to go for the grapple here.
This battle, do you think it can be won? I fear we may not prevail.
What? We'll be just fine. Look, Ishin may be sick, but he's still going strong. Genichiro is a terror with the bow. And of course, we have Gyobu the demon.
Ah, Gyobu, of course. Good point. As long as he is with us, no man could ever breach the Ashina Castle gate.
It's going to be our upcoming boss. So I think once he gets up here, he kind of just stays. So you can either try to do, like a Shinobi death blow in one and then run away and then get the other, or do a death blow and then just go ahead and fight the other and then run away after. Either way. I like locking on though. Jumping. Alright, now we're gonna go high. Once the arrows are yellow, they're not able to see us anymore. So we're just going to wait for those to tick down. Got one there, and there should be another one in that building with a gun, and then there's the big guy downstairs. I would recommend going this way. In the lead chain, you can see him right there. Well, timing is off there. Usually let him walk away a little. Remember, you can always run and hide. Engage a few more, kill a few more, run and hide. One we want to take out pretty quick is the rifle guy. It can be annoying when you're trying to fight an enemy. Should be one down here. Maybe he comes here. Yeah, there he is. That'll take care of all of them right here. The big guys are pretty tough if you gotta fight them, you know, until you really get good at your timing and avoiding their attacks and things. I'll go into coin purses here in a little bit, but be sure to pick those up. Forgot to go in offline mode. Those really get on my nerves. So talk to this guy.
Who is it? Is somebody there?
Yes.
That voice. No. Sir, my name is Inosuke Nogami, a vassal of the Hirata family. Or at least I was. I ask a favor. Might you look in on the old lady? She's my mother, but her mind is failing.
Oh, is that you, Inosuke? My son, have you seen the young master?
I am not your son.
There you go again, Inosuke. You always tease that I'm getting senile, but a mother knows her own son. Well, anyway, take this bell. It's a charm I made with the young master in mind. Please, offer it to Buddha for his sake.
Alright, so we can use that now to access a different level back at the dilapidated temple.
Sir, the man from before, right? I wanted to thank you for that. Bells troubled her for a long. She kept muttering incoherently.
I'm just giving you hints.
Sir, I want she.
Usually, if you're not super familiar with Souls games or played them in the past, I usually recommend like exhausting your dialogue before moving on. That just means you're kind of like finishing up with that guy and moving on to the next event, like in the different quest lines and storylines that are available. Go up here. There's a ledge over there, I remember being kind of hard to get to. I don't know if we can get to it yet. I need to drop down from up there. I'm gonna take out this guy. Sure to pick everything up. So this guy here is a little tougher. Might want to get a death blow on him. There's a couple more we're gonna take out down here. That's why you should lock on, because I kind of missed him at first. I was able to get it, but I had to try twice while falling. You can see our, even though we used our revive earlier, you can see it refilled down on the bottom left. So we have another one available now if we need it. So a lot of times when you see a branch like that you can't reach, you can run and jump to get it over a ledge. So like with this one. There's a path and we go along the back down here. Notice the giant snake skin. Go either way. I'd go this way. These are all upgrade materials. Most are farmable, but you'll find some, kind of pre-laid out as well, like that. Let's see. There it is. You can't walk off edges. You can jump off of them, but you're protected from walking off. So we just kind of went around the back way to get to this little save here. Now, that's how you'll upgrade your health when you have enough, which we will soon. You purchase spirit emblems, which I suggest doing if you have a lot of money built up or if you're dying a lot, to go ahead and spend those whenever you can. But hang on to them for now. Go talk to this guy.
You're that good Sir Shinobi, sir. Huh? Well, I haven't seen you since, well, since that night.
What night?
Hmm? You don't remember?
No.
Oh, I see. You don't remember. Listen, sir, you and I, we've met before. I was a thief back then. But those days are behind me. Now, I'm an upright and honest merchant. Only problem is, I'm broke. And being broke, I don't have it. So, good sir, would you mind lending me just I'll stock something useful, and as a little bonus, I'll tell... What do you think?
I would definitely recommend doing this.
Here's some coin. Now talk.
Yes, that night. So my gang broke into the Hirata estate. Now, as you're aware, the Hirata family is part of the Ashina. Now, normally they'd mop the floor with petty thieves like us. I mean, no sweat. But it just so happens we broke in during a battle. Yeah, and it was a prime opportunity. That there's when I met you. You were looking for something. Well, that's all I know about that.
I see.
Yeah. That look you're making now, you still looking for something? Listen, good sir, for a price, I might be able to tell you some... for a price, of course,
I'll buy some information.
Thank you. So I'll give you some information about Shinobi.
If you could.
Now, I've seen this tube. A tube with fire. When we broke into the Hirata estate, one of my pals nabbed one. That's the sound the fire makes when it blasts out.
A fire-shooting tube at the Hira. I'll keep that in mind.
Man was from Hirata. I must pay my respects.
Lord Kuro,
Lady Emma, are there other Hirata survivors?
there are very few of us left.
I see. Apologies. There's no end to those who seek the dragon's heritage. This was their fate. Because of those that pursue.
Those are just little story things. So, we kind of came from over this way. If you remember, we took out the guard right there with the gun. Sure to pick that up. That's the door we were just on the other side on, and we kind of ran around the back way there. It's basically to get the items. But if you don't want to do that, you can come through here, and the save is like right, you can see the blue right over my hair, right there. So, we'll continue on this way. This is going to be another mini boss, probably one of the first ones you might struggle with a little. He may end up killing me, I don't know. But he is, let's see if we can see him. Can't see him yet, but we need to take out those two guys. If you want to eavesdrop, go ahead.
I don't feel safe with that big bastard just tied up next to us. I'd rather not be gravely injured just before the war begins. If the worst happens, only choice is to use fire. Those red eyes fear fire. That's what the Lord's proclamation said. Proclamations? What a joke. Ashina sure...
So that's a hint to use fire on him, obviously. If you can see him, he's like a big troll right there, tied up. He'll break loose whenever we get out. He has two like health bars or death blows that we'll need to get. So I'll show you how to get one, where you just have to get one on your own fighting him instead of two. But we need to, before we do that, I would recommend like us going and getting the flame barrel, which is what we purchased the information for. It's another prosthetic tool. Alright. So it's telling us it's at Hirata State, which is our little memory backwards in time thing we're going to do with this thing once we go to the Buddha statue. This is just our letter at the start telling us where to go. So we can go over here and travel. Now, we're going to go over to this and hit pray.
Close your eyes. Hear the bell speak to you. The bell's chime will stir your thoughts and awaken old memories from their slumber.
Like I said, it's going to transport us to a memory kind of back in time that we're going to play through. And you can come and go from here, just like anywhere else in the world. Alright, let's see. We need to get a one of the books that's going to allow us to upgrade our special moves and different perks and things. I think we'll get one here very soon. Jump down. Jump down. A couple of guards patrolling the bridge. That's pretty much everything back here, yeah. So there's some carpfish you'll see in the water here. We're going to want to kill them all, and then we'll be able to get their scales, which we can use to purchase items.
What happened?
Thieves at Hirata Estate. You must hurry. The divine error.
What year is it?
What year?
Tell me.
It's the...
The Dragon Spring. That was 3 years ago. What is this? The sculptor mentioned, and I don't remember any, but it appears this is...
So we can't dive underwater yet. We'll get that ability a little later on. But if you tap circle, there we go, we got one. You can kind of thrust forward. I recommend doing that. I'm looking for the carp, taking them out in this area. I think there should be 3 that we can kill right now. There's a second. You can lock onto him. If you don't see him, just kind of tap your R3 and be able to lock on him. There's the 4th one. They're easy to spook though, and they get away pretty quick. So. Another one. Actually, I think we can use... Yeah, doesn't do enough damage. We'll get a, that's where we sell them to that guy. We'll get a better shuriken later. I think we can take him out with a hit or 2 from it. And the corn first.
Know about carp scales? The sparkling, shining scales of the treasure cup. Bring them to me.
Alright, so we're gonna want to purchase all of these items. Let's see, this one helps you with fire damage. I think these we'll have to come back and get later. I don't think we can get enough carp. You want to save up for this one, it's like a special move. That's fine too. But I would go ahead and get this.
I thank you for your pleas.
I thought there was one more we saw, but could be wrong. There he is. He might be underwater too far for us to get. They kind of disappear too, and then will respawn in different areas. So if you chase one into a corner, don't think that they're there. Once you can't lock on anymore, they usually move. So. Yeah, he's underwater. It looked like he was close enough, but... A few wolves over here, you can take them out with shurikens. I don't know if our shuriken's strong enough to kill them yet in like one hit, but... Might need to use 2. No, 1 worked. They can be kind of tough to deal with in packs, so shuriken's up really nice for that. Oh, I missed that. to go over here. Alright, so these guys with the fire can be kind of difficult. You can block the fire, but you can see our build up. That's like our fire build up there. Go. You know, it's funny, the combat system may seem simplistic with this game, and it is to an extent, but as we go, there's so many intricacies with it. It's very deep, although it may not feel like it. See, as you can see, like, enemies, you gotta hit them quite a few times just to get a regular kill. So death blows are usually almost always what you want to get. You know, there's going to be certain bosses that you can't death blow and you'll have to whittle down their health, but it's usually the much easier way to go about it. Alright, so that's everything over here. We can head on in now. Get our next save. Good thing is, you can hit these and rest, even if they see you, which will reset everything. Yeah, I thought he turned around. As you can see, we get iframes whenever we're in a death blow animation. So use that to your advantage. You know, that guy was shooting an arrow at me, but because I went into a death blow animation, he didn't hit me or do any damage. And as you can see, the spirit emblems are pretty abundant out in the game. You know, we picked several up just playing through this area. Here we're gonna have to double jump and then, yeah, and square. You want to push forward and X to jump up. Hold forward and just tap X, so you just kind of barely get up the ledge. This guy, we're just gonna walk off, walk on, and walk off. Jump here. Sure to crouch. You can see there's a few guys in here. Tacos increases your attack power. Do more damage. How did he see me? Oh, he didn't. That was weird. Get out of here. It's probably gonna feel really difficult for you at first, but just keep practicing. It'll get very easy as you go. Just work on right when you're about to hit block. You're gonna get hit, block, block, block. Then when you see the red Chinese symbols, you know, or Japanese, I don't know which they are, just kind of peel ass out of there. And that will help you for now. If you can master those two things, it'll all kind of click as you go. So this area is going to be pretty tough. Be a lot of enemies in here. I want to pick off the wolves. Oh, he saw me. This guy's drunk. Let's go ahead and kill him. Oh, is he? As you see, we can kind of really play stick and move with these guys. Whoa! I think the enemies look so funny, they're like cavemen. Whenever they're close like that, I'll usually like to jump and then do a death blow. Gives you extra time to hit the button before you land on top of them. Sometimes if you just fall off the edge, it doesn't register. Make sure I get everything out of these rooms. Should be one more item off to the side. What's the next one? There we go. Pellet. Been using those a little liberally. You see there's one guy left, he's drunk, so. Wasn't paying attention. There's the flame barrel, which we can now take and get equipped. Let's see.
Hello. Take the shinobi axe from and split, please.
Oh, get out of there.
We burning this temple next, boss?
No, leave it. Go on to the next one.
But if there's any offerings, we could give them to Lord Juzo.
Enough! We don't take from Buddha. How many times?
Please, don't get angry at me. I'm sorry my skull's so thick.
So, we'll come in here. You just might want to open this before. It's a shortcut. You don't have to go all the way around again through that area with all the enemies. If you play a lot of Souls or Elden Ring games, you'll be familiar with the shortcuts. Always like a big sense of accomplishment when you find those. So our save is like right down there around the corner. That's where our checkpoint was. I'm not gonna hit it just yet. But if you need to, go back there, you know, refill your health and your gourd and everything. You'll have to fight the enemies again that you killed. These guys are easy, just keep hitting them. That was weird. That up. Keep seeing those stupid remnants. I hate those. There is something we want to get in there if you want to do that, but I'm going to go over here real quick and show you something. So our guy that we talked to earlier, the merchant, it's him right there.
Hey, good sir. Are you a looter? Good sir, you look like a shino. Well, in any case, keep your eyes peeled out there, huh? And, you know, don't let the door hit you on the... Oh, by the way, it was a fine pagoda. Really fine. I bet there's some kind... That's what I think, at least. Hey, good sir. Well, it was a fine. That's what I.
He's saying there's a pagoda up the cliff. I actually missed it on my way through when I played the game the first time. There's a you know, another attachment we can get for Shinobi prosthetic. So this is like a little secret area back here. Just be sure to come back here. Get a bundled Jizo statue, which there's only a couple of in the game. They allow you to refill your resurrections. They're good to use in like a boss fight, so you can get another resurrection if you need it.
Hey, open up! Open up or else! I can hear you whispering in there! If you don't surrender peaceably now, you're gonna regret it later! Hey, can you hear me?
Let's go ahead and kill these guys.
Please, try not to move.
No. There is a shinobi hunter among the bandits. He's highly skilled. If I don't face him... Oh!
I forbid it. You...
He's letting us know there's a shinobi hunter coming up, and we're a shinobi, so...
I'm not a thief.
You're the young lord's honorable shinobi. Those filthy bandits are after the young... They've already climbed the hill and set the... It looked as if the young lord had no weight. I beg of you, shinobi. I entrust this. I pray it is of help.
Thank you.
Kinda. It's nothing special, but we'll take it. Alright, yeah, so there's more.
You?
Yes.
What good are you? Tell me you didn't lead them here. The timing of their attack was perfect. Yes. I hope you...
So on the topic of sin and money, we'll just call it money going forward, because sin's kind of a dumb name, in my opinion. It makes me think of sin like the Bible, you know? But on the topic of that, when you die, it's going to be cut in half, usually. Let me go over here and suck this up. There. So when you die, it's going to be cut in half. Unless you get unseen aid, which I wouldn't worry about it. We'll go into it a little more, but it's... Even if you don't use resurrection very often, unseen aid only works like 33% of the time at max. So it's not something you ever want to rely on. Pretty much almost always when you die, your money's going to be cut in half. So that's why we get coin purses. As you can see, we've picked a few up. You have 5. If you crush these, it gives you a small amount of sin. I'll just show you real quick. That gives us 100. So that's 100 sin that you can kind of put away in the bank. But yeah, that's all there really is to it. Except these pellets. So you just want to, you know, store away as much of your money as you can. You don't want to be carrying around too much. It's one thing if you're farming, but especially with like bosses and new areas or areas that are a little over your head, it's really easy to lose all your coin when you die. There you go. Open this door. Shinobi axe of the monkey. So that's everything in here. You've really got everything in this area. So the only thing to do next is to go on further up that hill. And I want to show you, I guess I can go ahead and show you before we get on too far. Wait for him to turn around. We're gonna take him out, and then I'll show you those shield enemies. I think there was someone we talked to earlier that kind of referenced it, but as you can see, these guys, when they have their shields up, we have no way of attacking them. And they'll take damage, but only because he's like celebrating there. But normally, you know, they're not doing any damage. So they're gonna be tough. That's where the axe prosthetic comes in. So we'll be able to use that, and just like you're throwing, just like when I threw the shuriken there. It'll use the axe and it'll split the shield in half, and then, you know, they're vulnerable from that point. But anyways, so don't worry about that. That's as far as we're gonna go, and that's probably a good spot to end here on this one. We're gonna head back to the dilapidated temple. Rest. I like a brain fart there.
What is it?
Seems to me your battle sense has reached. You're more like a shinobi. Take this.
There we go.
What is it?
Shinobi techniques recorded within are fighting techniques that can. Whether you make use of them. Shinobi aren't the only ones with their own.
So, it's talking about skills and your skill points. Well, I've already gone over that.
So, you're back.
Was that, or was it real?
There is one thing the great Buddha has seen fit to what you felt. That is what it.
I'm not sure if what I saw.
That's how it.
Alright, so we're going to present the prosthetic and all those things we picked up. The flame vent, and I guess there's only two, it felt like more. We'll go ahead and give him the flame barrel. Loaded axe.
The shinobi prosthetic appears you've taken here. This is for you.
What is
Another
it?
esoteric
It contains
text.
way fight into your foes with that. In other words, fighting.
I see.
I had thought that prosthetic techniques wouldn't, but it seemed. No matter, thus is you'll understand. So, no matter what I do.
You can ask about the Divine
any
Heir's
Buddha
Blood, and if you're new to the game, you've probably already experienced it. We haven't, because we've only done the revive once. But when you die and revive, after a while, if you die and revive and then die again, it's gonna build up our dragon rot on people around the world. Basically that's gonna reduce your unseen aid, which is your skill points up on the top right. So, anyways, the higher your dragon rot, the less chance you have for unseen aid, and more likely it's going to be when you die that you won't retain your skill points that you built up. Alright, so we can now go to acquire skills. Skills can be acquired by spending skill points. You can see we're like kind of between 3 and 4, close to 4, so we'd want to go farm to 4 before moving on to an area. If, you know, if we were not confident or new at the game, I would definitely recommend that. I definitely recommend, so for the first you're gonna want Makiri counter. That's an absolute must. This one's good for sneaking if you want to get it. It's kind of a good beginner Shinobi art. This one's good too to have in your pocket. We'll need it for some bosses coming up. I'd recommend probably getting this one if you only have one more. If you can get two, this one might be good. It increases your stealth. So you'll be able to kind of sneak right past guys as long as you're not right in front of their face. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this one just for the stream and show you real quick. It's a combat art. And I can probably show you the Makiri counter as well. So go ahead and equip these. And we can equip Whirlwind Slash now that we've picked it up. So in order to use it, you're going to push L1 and R1 at the same time. And you can just keep using it all you want. That's going to be another move you have at your disposal. You can change those out. We'll get Ichimonji later, which is my favorite one that we'll use most of the game. So now that we talked to this guy, since we got the Makiri counter, we have that available. So those undodgeable thrusting attacks, you'll see now, we'll be able to actually use them to our advantage. So we can perceive the thrusts and actually step on the blade. It is much more risky, that's right. It deals a ton of posture damage, and I will show you here. It'll open for a death blow. Time is going to take a little work. You see, I haven't played in a while, but you may want to do that a few times, just till you get a good feel for it. I'm gonna wait like right until the thrust. You don't want to be pushing any directional buttons. That's why I dodged to the side there that time. But that should cover everything for now.
Whenever you like. If you have techniques to try out, I'm at your...
We've unlocked most everything. I'm gonna go grab that other skill point, and you may want to farm and just, you know, grab a few of those things. Let me see. There's not any in that set that I would recommend against right now, I don't think. So I might not get this one just now, but if you want it, it's extra spirit emblems you can hold. We definitely want this. That's been able to deflect midair. I tried to do that earlier and forgot that I didn't have the skill. This allows you to slide into crouch position. It's nice, but not like, you know, a must. This one's probably a must, I think. You can get by without it, but this one's a must. This one's kind of meh. So there's really none you have to stay away from, but just get the ones I said are must for sure. So I'll go ahead and end here. That actually timing's perfect. We have 10 seconds left, so I will end and see you in the next one. Good luck.